right, I got that Pioneer box all done for the next Chain of Command game. It's going to be another Soviet attack. The Germans chose to kind of reinforce. The Soviets are going to attack south of Opole at a crucial crossroads near a train track or train station near Hills. I think it's 621. I named it. It's a quick shot of James's awesome map again. You can see Opole up here, and then to the south of it is the intersection with the train tracks. You go directly southeast of Opole, and it shows you that train track goes all the way to Narva. So key intersection. So we'll get a Soviet attack versus German position. I think the Soviets are going to have 22 force points, and the Germans will have 11. I was able to get out of that box, which is a great kit if you haven't used it. There's some really fun units in here, especially if you're playing Chain of Command. I got, I think, 13 riflemen out of it, which is what I really needed. I found my old Pack 40 and cleaned it up and repainted the units and the gun. So I've got that. I got some. I had some sticks left over from my grapevine that I've had for basically in a bag down here. When I prune my grapevines every year, I kind of save the twigs and stuff to make terrain and logs to cover stuff. So put them to good use. Hopefully they're all sprayed, so hopefully they don't bring in bugs and crap. I don't need that. But and then I've got the Pioneers. I know the rules are a little bit different, but I wanted to match what the Soviets had, so I think I have a 9-man base unit, and then there's options for a wire cutting team, a mine detection team, a flamethrower team, and then a demolition team. That guy's just, the gas mask is awesome. That guy's running with a block of C4. There's your mine. Got little headphones on, listening. Wire cutting guy is laying on his back somewhere around here. Oh, there he is back there. He's chilling. I'll get a different look at him. And I had enough left over to make another MG 42 with an assistant gunner. And they had the two, like grenade guns. So I took them and made them on laying down ones, and then I've just made another guy as a spotter. One of them almost looks like an anti-tank rifle, so at least the Germans will have those options as well. Take a look from the back and sides. There's the Pack 40 all dug in. Came out well. I mean, I was very early in my bolt action career. I painted that, so I kind of stripped it down and restarted over again. So I was very happy to salvage that. I do have it's not really useful in Chain of Command, really. I might maybe at some point use it. I do have a Nebelwerfer. I do have a 105mm German howitzer, and I also have a 150. I think it's 150, 152. I think it's 150mm field gun. So that would be fun to use. Those rounds would never land on this map, though. Maybe for an objective. I am going to use medium mortars, so the Soviets will have an 82mm mortar in this next battle. I've kind of tweaked the rules. I know Chain of Command is not supposed to have medium mortars on it. I talked to a buddy of mine who is a 0341 with the Marine Corps, which is a mortarman. We kind of went over specs for the American 81mm mortar and figured out the ground scale in this game, and then the minimum range on the 81, and we kind of we're in the maximum range, of course, be off the map, but I'll have the minimum range kind of dialed in and try to make it as realistic as possible. So and then we'll just kind of up the dice compared to a 60 or a 50 or 50 centimeter or 5 centimeter or 50mm medium mortar. So it'll be a little bit more devastating. It'll give the Soviets more of a Soviet feel because they were so heavy on artillery. Plus, they also are going to have a pregame barrage, and they'll have their engineer team. So I'll have lots of flamethrowers on the map, lots of guns now. I am going to use since the Soviets are attacking against a kind of a fortified position, they're going to bring a KV-2 tank. You know, it's 1944. I read that they were operational until 1945 because the Soviets never throw anything away. You can tell that by Ukraine. They're even still using tanks from like the Korean War and stuff. They don't mind keeping stuff and reusing it. So they're going to bring up a KV-2, and it's a 152 millimeter gun howitzer to fire on any kind of dug-in German positions. And we'll see if I have to tweak the rules because they don't really have it in Chain of Command in the rule book that I have. I'm sure it's in other ones, but I'll kind of give it the KV-1 stats and armor, and then just give it the gun from the ISU 152 or the SU 152. So we'll go from there, and yeah, so remake the map and get ready to battle, and hopefully get that out to you as quick as possible. I love that Pack 40. Nice, that thing's beautiful. I have an 88 too for the Germans. I need to redo as well, so that'll be kind of fun. But I think I remember seeing Travis's games, and they weren't the best. All right, so the only thing that's going to slow it down is I am going on vacation tomorrow. I'm going down to Savannah, Georgia. It's my wife and I's 26th wedding anniversary, and her family every 2 years has a family reunion, and this time it's in oh, come on, Zoom. This time it's in Georgia. Engineers are kind of cool. I like them. I might have to tweak some of that paint a little bit. Some of the matte varnish still might be drying a little bit, so there might be a little bit of gloss on these guys, but I think it's all gonna work out okay, and these guys will be a great addition. I love these the metal parts that came with this Pioneers box are fantastic, so it's great having these engineering backpacks. I did have one rifle that was really cool, and it had a bunch of stuff built onto it, and I just couldn't get it to fit any of the troops. I tried to bend it, and I did all kinds of stuff. I think you could probably, I didn't want to get to the point where I was cutting it in half and then using milliput to stick it together. I'm just not that good a modeler, but I'm sure people have done that. It was a rifle piece with like 2 bags, and he had wire cutters on his upper left chest, and it was a really cool metal part for these gentlemen, and I couldn't get it to work, and I was kind of sad about that. That was the only part I didn't like, but that was more of a Steve problem than a kit problem. There's Wire Cutter Man. He's tanning, crawling through the dirt looking for stuff to cut. And I did get some barbed wire pieces from a 3D modeler on Etsy, so I'll finish them up, and not in this game, but the next game I'll start getting some barbed wire. And I've got some sandbag bunkers too I'm finishing up too for game number 3. But that's it. So I'll be in Georgia Wednesday through like Sunday. I'll have this game all laid out, ready to go, and I'll be amped up and hopefully play it Monday. But I don't go back to, even though I get back Sunday, I don't go back to work till Wednesday, so I'm gonna be gaming hardcore when I get back. But yeah, hope these guys look okay to you guys. It's, I'm not the ultimate painter, but it's still it's fun making these units. They were really a blast to paint. And the cavalry's coming along, the 62 horsemen. So looking forward to getting that done too, and then having right after this next game of Chain of Command, one more game of Hail Caesar. And then I think I have to decide if I'm going to do ACW or I'm going to finish up those Napoleonic units and have a game of Napoleonics. So see what I'm feeling. All right, guys, you're awesome. Have a fantastic weekend, and the rest of your week I hope is awesome too. See you guys later. I hope it's not too hot in Georgia. I bet it's going to be a swamp down there. All right, ciao.